Morning, Monica.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Edgar.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Kenya. Good morning. Let's see, Catalina. Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Salia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Harrison. How are you guys? Good.
Cool. O no sé cómo se dice frío.
So you can say it's cool, or in this case, because I'm asking you, how are you? You should say, I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm,
I cold.
yes, in that case, you're saying something. Tengo frío. Tengo frío. I'm cold. Okay, and the rest? Harrison, Edgar, how are you? Daniel?
Well, so busy.
Easy.
So busy. Work.
Okay, and it is 6 a.m. Good. Um, then Harrison, how are you, Harrison?
I'm fine, teacher. Mm.
Good. So I hope the rest of you are okay too. I can see Catalina, I guess she's driving. Um, but I hope you all are doing well. So I'm going to share the screen and you say present when you hear your name. First person, Catalina. Well, she's driving. Kenya? Kenya, Kenya, Kenya? 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 No. Xochitl is entering right now. Jorge?
Present, sir.
Grecia?
Teacher present. I driving at work.
Okay. Grecia is entering right now. Let's see. Rebecca?
Present.
Melida?
Presente.
Rigoberto? Alfonso? Claudia? No. Douglas? No. Carla? No.
Present.
Oh, okay. Joana? Alguien tiene el micrófono encendido, creo yo. Joana? No. Harrison? Harrison? Harrison?
Present.
Edgar?
Present.
Oscar? Creo que alguien tiene el micrófono encendido. No me va a lograr escuchar cuando diga los nombres si alguien tiene el micrófono encendido. Ah, Oscar? No. Ricardo?
Present.
Azalia?
Present.
Alison? No. Mónica?
Present.
Okay. So this is just attendance. We are going to have it also at the end of the class. And we are going to start right now with an activity. I'm going to make you work in pairs. And if you remember yesterday, we were practicing questions with how many and how much. Yes, questions with how many and how much. So we are going to review that part of the class right now. And I need you to ask your classmates new questions. How much and how many, and this is going to be only for 5 minutes just for you to try to remember how to use how much and how many. So you're going to work in pairs, and you're going to start right now. Ask your classmates questions with how much and how many, and then after 5 minutes I will bring you back to main session. So enter, guys. Morning, Alison. Morning, Joanna. Alison, you're going to work with Ricardo. Enter right now. And Joanna, you're going to work with Rebecca and Edgar. Enter right now.
Repasando las preguntas y a la vez respondiendo.
Así es. How
Ah,
many y how much.
ok.
Haciendo lo que estábamos haciendo y repasando, ¿no? Pero ahora yo le preguntaría a Rebeca. How many hours do you sleep every night? How many
I
hours do you sleep every night?
I sleep around 5 or 6 hours.
Okay.
Hours.
5 hours. Hours. How many days do you work every week?
Um, about coffee. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Mhm.
much coffee do you drink? You asked me that question.
Okay. How many friends do you have?
Um,
Morning, Alfonso.
Good morning.
You're going to work with Ana Elida in Grecia. With Ana Elida in Grecia. So enter right now.
Okay.
spoonful?
3 spoonfuls.
Yes.
Spoonfuls.
And spoon?
Teacher. Okay. When we are mentioning a spoon, we can say spoons or spoonfuls.
You say spoons because you have one, two, three spoons.
Ayer estaba viendo en el translator que decía spoonful. Llevaba ese full después del spoon. Es lo
That is
correcto
on,
es.
that is only when
Ujú.
you want to say that you need to add something like spoonful of full of what? Full of sugar, full of salt. It's just to specify that it's complete. Just that.
Vamos a ingresar. Por aquí. Vamos a hacer el cambio de mascarilla.
Okay.
Musa, ayúdame de este lado.
Okay.
Okay. How many pets do you have, also?
I have 2 pets,
Two
2
pets.
doggies. Mhm.
Two dogs. Okay.
And you, how many do you have pets? How many pets do you have?
Yes, I have pet. I have 4. One cat, one dog, one parrot, and only 3 pets. Yes, sorry.
And what else? Um, how much bread do you eat?
I barely.
Do you televisors or TV in your house?
I have 2 television. I have 4 computer. Well, we have 4 computer. We have a big refrigerator. Yes. The,
Yeah.
the kitchen, cocina. Or
Kitchen.
is
No,
Yeah.
kitchen.
Soup.
Kitchen is the area.
okay.
Kitchen is the area. Stove is the
The
object.
stove. The stove is electric.
Electric
It's
stove.
electric stove.
Electric.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
How how much how much do you salt? How much do you salt? How much salt do you use in the month?
How much salt do you use in a month?
How much salt do you use in the month?
Good.
Okay. So she says, teacher, going
She's going
her word in the
She's going
bus.
to. Ah, okay. So ask me, and I'm going to ask me the question.
She is writing in the chat.
Oh, okay. So while
Mhm.
she answers, you can ask me 2 questions, and I will give you my answers.
Okay. How many, teacher, how many teacher do you have in color green?
Oh, in green, I have only one in green. Only one.
Okay.
Because my favorite color is blue and light blue. So most of my shirts are light blue and blue. Good.
Okay. And other can be how many, no, how much sugar do you use in the wheat?
How much sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Depending, because sugar, literally, like if I would take some sugar and with some spoons, I don't do it. But I usually eat sweet bread. I usually eat sweet bread. So I consider that sugar is coming in bread. So that's the way I consume sugar. But like in coffee or in other things, I don't do it. Just in sweet bread, yes, almost every
In
day.
the wheat, me, I don't know, but I I use maybe 5 pounds in the month.
£5 a month.
Maybe.
5 pounds.
Or 3. Depend.
It depends.
If yes, it depends. If she made the refresh, yes,
You're right. You spend more. You spend more. Yeah.
yes.
Or if you
But if only drink water or you jugos, how do you say jugos?
use.
Jugos, juice, better, juice. I don't not spend more sugar.
Yes, you're right. Only with coffee, sometimes with milk or refreshments. Yes, you do it. Good.
Yes.
Thank you. So we are going to go back to main session.
Okay. Okay, Sochi.
Okay, guys. So I heard some of you asking your classmates interesting questions. Well, I entered to one group and they asked me one that was interesting. How many green shirts do you have? I guess it was, let's see, who was, I forgot. Well, I guess she isn't here. Someone has the microphone on. Who was? Who asked me? Let me check. Joanna Edgar, no, was. Who asked me about the t-shirts? Kenya. Yes, it was Kenya. So Kenya asked me, how many green shirts do you have? How many green shirts do you have? And then I started counting and I have only one. And I realized that most of my shirts are light blue or blue because that's my favorite color. But green, I only have one. So maybe I need another one in green because I have only one. Good. And you also have, well, I entered with, who was the other one? Allison, I guess. She was asking me about how do you say cucharadas. If you say spoon, it's okay. You can say 1 spoon, 2 spoons, and like that. So it is possible. Another option is to be more specific because you know that spoons uh, can be in different size. Like when you say in Spanish, you say cuchara grande or no, how do you say cuchara grande or cucharadita
Cucharón.
or cucharadita,
Cucharada o cucharadita.
cucharadita. So that one. So you have different size because one is big and the other one is small. So you usually say tablespoon, and tablespoon means like cucharadas. Those are like tablespoon. And if you want to say cucharadita, the little one, so you say teaspoon. And the teaspoon is like the little one, cucharadita. Es como la cuchara que se ocupa para el té. Entonces es como la más pequeñita. La otra es la normal, la que se ocupa para tomar, no sé, sopa o la que ocupan para tomar avena. Entonces esa sería la tablespoon. Y la teaspoon es la pequeñita que se ocupa para el té, la que podrían ocupar a lo mejor para el café, aunque en realidad ocupan la otra, ¿verdad? La tablespoon, pero tendría que ser la teaspoon. Or you can also use spoonful, but in this one is general, so uh, you are not giving specific size. It's similar to say spoon, spoonful or spoon, and it is okay, it is acceptable. But more specifically, tablespoon or teaspoon when you are talking about measurement. Yes, cuando hablan sobre medida, si quieren ser más específicos, teaspoon or tablespoon. Yes? Good. So these questions that you were asking are with how many and how much. I think that now it is clear for you to use how many because you know that how many is when you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and how much is for things that you cannot count. Yes? So if I ask Allison, how many or how much if I ask you about glasses? Glasses. How many or how much? How do you say? How many glasses do you have? Or how much glasses do you have?
How many?
Exactly. How many? And what about if I say glass, Jorge Carranza? If I say glass, how much glass or how many glass?
How many?
How many?
Yeah.
And this is something important. As you know, glasses are lentes, yes, glasses. But glass has different meanings because glass can be vidrio and glass can be vaso. Yes, glass, vidrio, glass, vaso, glass in plural, glasses, lentes. So if I want to say lentes, I say glasses. Okay. If I want to say vasos, I say the same. I say the same. But what is the difference? How many glasses do you have? Okay, maybe the context. Or you can be more specific. How many pairs of glasses do you have? If I say pairs of glasses, what do you think? Vasos or lentes? What do you think I'm talking about?
Lentes.
Oh, so this one is more specific. Glasses can be vasos or lentes, but pair of glasses is more for uh, lentes. Yes, to be more specific. So you can ask someone, how many pairs of glasses do you have? Oh, and now the person answers. Because if you only say how many glasses, maybe depending on the context. If you are in the kitchen, you know that you're talking about that. And then if you have your glasses in your hands and you say, oh, I like your glasses. And how many glasses do you have? Maybe. But the specific word is going to be pairs, pairs of glasses. Yes? Same thing can happen with shoes. How many shoes do you have? Mm, you're not going to say 25 shoes because if you say 25, that means that one is individual. So the correct question should be how many pairs of shoes do you have? How many pairs of shoes do you have? And like that. Yes? Now, what happened with vidrio? With vidrio, you will say glass. But can you count vidrio? How do you say how many glass? How many glasses or how much glass?
How much?
How much?
Perfect. How much? Because you cannot count it. No pueden contar el vidrio. So, how much? ¿Cuánto vidrio tienes? Now, if you want to say vidrios like that, you're not going to say how much glasses. You're going to say how many, you're not going to say how many glasses. Sorry. You will say how many pieces of glass do you have? How many pieces of glass do you have? Yes, like pieces of glass. So you need to pay attention to those things. Now I can ask Joanna. How do you say, Joanna? How many sand or how much sand? How many sand or how much sand? Sand means arena. How much sand or how many sand?
How much?
How much sand? Exactly.
How much?
Ricardo Peña. How do you say? How many lights or how much light?
How much light?
Hmm. Let's see, Grecia. How many lights or how much light?
How much?
How much? Claudia, how many lights or how much light?
How much?
Kenya, how many lights or how much light?
What is the meaning? The light is ligero? How much? But
Uh,
I countable.
no,
But
in this case, it is like loose.
okay, how much? I don't can't countable like
But
only
depends, sir.
You can.
But depends, teacher, when you go when you studying in your house
in
and
the
you say to your mom, hey, can you off the lights or how many lights you have in your house?
Ah, okay, so that's the answer. It depends. It depends. Why? Because light means luz. But if you are talking about light like the luz que reciben del sol o la iluminación, how much? But if you are talking about the lights, the bulbs, you will say how many. Si están hablando de las luces, pero de los focos, ¿verdad? ¿Cuántas tenés encendidas todas las luces de la casa? Le dicen. Entonces ahí sí pueden hacer plural el nombre. Entonces sería lights. Pero si están hablando de la luz que entra, la luz solar o la luz eh, como, como proyección, ahí how much. So, depending on the context. Entonces, lo que quiero ahorita es que logren identificar que algunas veces van a encontrar algunas como how much y how many. Y no quiero que se confundan, sino que analicen sobre qué están hablando. ¿Están hablando sobre algo que no es contable o algo que es contable? Entonces, si escuchan how much light, están hablando de la iluminación. Si escuchan how many lights, están hablando de las, las luces de la casa, las lámparas. Yes. Aunque si usted quiere ser más específico, podría ocupar la palabra lamps o bulbs, que son como los bombillos. Pero si no, many lights. Está hablando o haciendo referencia a las luces de la casa en general. Yes. So in this case, how many lights? You're talking about the bulbs or the lamps. And how much light? You're talking about the projection in your house to say how illuminated your house is because of the light from the sun, the sunlight, or the sunshine, and that's a way that you do it. Yes? Now, if I say Monica, if I say cold, 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 how many cold or how much cold? How many cold or how much cold?
How much?
Huh? How much cold
Yeah,
do you feel?
yeah,
Probably.
it
How much?
feels much, but because the cold and I don't countable and the no sé cómo se dice temperatura,
Temperature.
temperature, yes, it's countable because it's cold now.
Okay. So you say how much cold? How much cold do you feel? A little cold. Yes. So cold, you can say like that. Yes. So when you say how much cold, you're saying like cuánto frío sientes. Yes. Obviously, this is something that, as Monica was saying, this is something that you can't count. You can't count how much cold you feel. You can measure, you can measure the temperature, but that is temperature. You are counting the degrees, 20 degrees, 19 degrees, 18, 16 degrees, 5 degrees. You're counting degrees, cuentan los grados. No están en sí contando el frío, un frío, dos fríos. You count degrees. Yes. And the same thing is going to happen with the opposite of cold. The opposite of cold is hot. How much hot do you feel? Or how much heat do you feel? How much heat do you feel? It's like, qué tan, tanta calor, no, qué tanto calor siento, qué tanto, or qué tanta. How do you say that? ¿Qué tanto calor or qué tanta calor? I guess it's qué tanto calor.
¿Qué tanto?
¿Qué
¿Qué
tanto, right?
tanto?
Okay. So, ¿qué tanto calor sientes? So, how much heat do you feel? Yes. So, this is the way that you use when you, the way that you ask when you are talking about temperature, when you're talking about the weather. Yes. So, this is just a little bit added to all the information that you know about how much and how many. So, summarizing, how much is for the things that you can never count. Yes, for example, liquids like water, like soda, like coffee, like beer, like wine, like juice, like chocolate. So you don't count it. You can never count it. But remember that if you hear beers, you're not talking about the liquid exactly. You're talking about the bottles. If you hear coffees, you're not talking about the liquid. You're talking about the cups. Yes. If you hear, for example, sodas, you're not talking about the liquid. You're talking about the bottles. And most of the time it is because you are at a restaurant and you're describing like that. Yes. And for things like the sand, dust, powder is like polvo pero en comida. Dust es polvo pero de, de tierra, polvo. Yes, dust. En powder es polvo pero algo que se hizo, comida que se hizo en polvo. For example, milk or flour. Yes, it's powder. Or baking powder. Baking powder, so it's powder too. So in that case, that is something that you can count. You can count the boxes, but you cannot count powder. Yes. So for things that you cannot count, you say how much. For things that you can count, you say how many. And remember, if you can make it plural, it's countable. If you cannot make it plural, it's not countable. Like water. Make it plural? No. So, how much? Computer. Can you make it plural? One computer, two computers, three computers? Yes. Okay, so how many? Uh, Sand. Sand, arena. One cent, 2 cents, 3 cents? No. And how much? Lamp. One lamp, two lamps, three lamps? Yes. Okay, so how many? Uh, Air. One air, two air? No. So how much? Um, Table. One table, two tables, three tables? Yes. So how many? If I say money, one money, two monies? Mm-mm. So, how much money? Yes? How much money do you spend in a month? I guess it is in the Foro Evaluado. When you enter, you will see the question over there. How much money do you spend in a month? So, why do you say how much money? Because money is not plural. One money, two monies? Mm-mm. You say $1, $2. Because if you say how many monies, I don't know if you're talking about dollars. I don't know if you're talking about pesos. I don't know if you're talking about euros. I don't know if you're talking about libras. So there are many currencies that you have when you say money. So money is general. Specifically, you say dollars, euros, pesos, and like that. So if you say pesos, plural. If you say dollars, plural. So how many dollars? How many pesos? But money, how much
Coach,
money? Rebecca?
I have a question. The first question, the
Hmm.
for evaluado. How do you say 7 horas y media?
7 hours and a half.
Ah,
7 hours and a half.
ok. Pensaba que era al revés.
Half, half and seven.
Ajá,
No, 7.5.
ajá.
It's like two
Ah,
and
vaya.
a half men. 2.5 men. It's not half and 2 men.
Mm,
2.5 men.
La
So
serie.
the series. Mhm.
sí. Ok. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is the way that you do it, using how many for plural things, for things that you can count, and how much for things that you can never count. Now, we are going to move on to the next activity. In this activity, you're going to describe, well, you're not going to describe, you're going to read the description of a profession, and you have to try to guess which profession is that one. So I'm going to start with Edgar. This is just an example, Edgar. Hmm, I assist or help patients in a hospital. Who am I? Who am I? ¿Quién soy yo?
You are a doctor.
So the answer is you are a doctor. Or it could be you are a nurse. You are a nurse, you are a doctor, can be good. So who am I is the question. Who am I? ¿Quién
Who
soy?
am I?
Who am I? Who am I? And like that. Yes? Now, if you go to week number 1 in Schoology, if you go to week number 1, you're going to find guía de trabajo. And I will share the screen so that you can see it and you can see what you're going to do. So you go to week number 1 and you will find it like this. Well, in Foro Evaluado, 11 people answered. So everyone has to answer Foro Evaluado. Todos tienen que responder al Foro Evaluado. Recuerden que acceden a donde dice Foro Evaluado y ahí hay dos preguntas. How many hours do you work every day? Or how much money do you spend every month? So you have two questions. What are you going to do? You're going to answer here. Escriba un comentario. So you click and you start writing. Okay. How many hours do you work every day? I work, and then you say how many hours? 7 hours. Or how much money do you spend every month? Oh, I spend, and then you say it. Then you click on post or publicar. You click, and then you will see it like Edgar, like Rigoberto, they already completed. So this is the way that you're going to complete Foro Evaluado. You also have the other one that is entrega de ejercicios. In entrega de ejercicios you have two files. Yes, aquí tienen dos documentos, principalmente para Claudia porque se agregó en los últimos días. Tienen dos documentos. Tienen uno que dice Homework 1, Week 1, and How many and how much. So, algunos de ustedes ya completaron el primer ejercicio que era el Homework 1. Algunos de ustedes ya completaron el de How many and how much. Si no han completado el de How many and how much, también necesitan completarlo. Y si no han completado los dos, descárguenlo, le dan clic, lo descargan y recuérdense que si su computadora puede editar el PDF, entonces lo editan. Así de sencillo, lo guardan y lo envían. Si no, ocupen la herramienta I Love PDF, que lo van a encontrar en Google, I Love PDF, y convierten el documento a Word y así ya lo pueden editar. Y lo suben. ¿Cómo lo van a subir? A ustedes al lado derecho de la pantalla les aparece una carpeta donde dice entregar tarea o algo por el estilo. Entonces le dan clic, les aparece un clip, le dan al clip y eligen el archivo donde tienen la tarea, le dan clic, lo suben y listo. Ahorita algunos que han entregado están por aquí, ahorita lo pueden ver en pantalla. No significa que hayan entregado las dos tareas, algunos de ustedes han entregado una nada más, pero pueden subir la otra. ¿Dónde la van a subir? Allí mismo, en la misma carpeta les va a aparecer entrega de tarea, le dan clic allí, suben el otro documento si no lo han subido. Yes? Now, what we are
Teacher,
going.
y
¿Sí?
esos son todos los que les aparecen.
Sí. Si lo ha subido
Porque yo subí
si lo subió en esta
la
carpeta
mía, pero no veo mi nombre ahí.
y lo subió en esta carpeta.
Lo subí donde decía
Sí, aquí está Alison.
segment, no sé qué, ahorita voy a...
Sí, aquí está
¿A
Alison.
dónde?
Está al final, ahí dice Alison Quintero.
Ok. Ok.
Yo tengo el segundo ejercicio ya lo podemos subir, o desde cuándo había dicho.
Ya lo pueden subir. Ya lo pueden subir.
¿Hasta cuándo tenemos para subirlo?
Hasta mañana.
Ok.
Hasta mañana. El foro evaluado también, ¿verdad? Para los que no lo han hecho, tienen hasta mañana para completarlo. Entonces mañana terminamos la semana número 1, entonces para mañana todo tiene que estar ya completado. La entrega de ejercicios y el foro evaluado, más la presentación que tienen mañana. Yes? Now, in the same folder in week number 1, you have guía de trabajo. So if you click on guía de trabajo, you're going to find this file. You click on this file and you download the activity. And in that activity, I'm going to show you what you will see. You will find exactly this. Here you have a question. Which job is it? Which job is it? ¿Cuál es la profesión o el trabajo? Which job is it? So here you have in the box some professions. Shop assistant, firefighter, baker, taxi driver, police officer, veterinarian, or vet. Vet is the reduction of veterinarian. Bus driver, teacher, assistant or personal assistant, pilot, hairdresser. A hairdresser is similar to say a stylist, hairstylist or hairdresser. Architect, dentist or dentist, mechanic, a doctor, and zookeeper. A zookeeper is the person who works in a zoo. So what are you going to do? You will see that you have from number 1 to number 16 different descriptions of professions. And next to the description, you have the question, who am I? ¿Quién soy yo? So what you have to do is to take one of the professions in the box and you write it next to the question, who am I? You write the profession. For example, I sell things to people. I work in the shop. Who am I? Give me the answer. Who am I?
Shop assistant.
Perfect, Elida. So, shop assistant is going to be what you have to type. Shop assistant. And then you move to number 2. I help people in accidents. I must stay calm and react calmly in difficult situations. I work at the police station. You check the professions, you choose one, and you put it over there. Yes? So this is what you're going to do right now. How are you going to do it? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're using a computer. Okay. Azalia, Harrison, Elida, Allison. Only 4 people. Grecia. 5.
¿Qué preguntó? Perdón, no lo escuché.
¿Quién está usando computadora?
No, yo también.
Okay, so we have like 7 people. 7. Okay, so we are going to work in pairs. And the person who has the computer is going to project it. The person who has a computer is going to project the picture. And you work together and you complete it. Les voy a dar, bueno, descárguenlo ahorita mientras estoy dando las indicaciones. Los que tienen la computadora, pongan la manita arriba, pongan el like ahorita. Solamente quiero ver cuántos en realidad tienen la computadora. Así tenganlo, la manita con el pulgar o cualquier manita. Ok, 5, 6, 7, serían 7. Bueno, entonces los que tienen la computadora, descarguen el documento. Si su computadora le edita el PDF, no tiene ningún problema, ¿verdad? Pero si su computadora no edita PDF, conviértalo ahorita. Váyase a I Love PDF y lo convierte para que pueda editarlo. Ustedes van a trabajar en parejas y lo que van a hacer es completar la actividad. El compañero que tiene la computadora va a proyectarla. ¿Cómo la va a proyectar? Si ustedes se van a la barra abajo, aparece Share Screen o compartir pantalla, una que está en color verde. Entonces le dan clic allí y al darle clic les va a aparecer las ventanas que ustedes tienen abiertas o las cosas que ustedes tienen en uso. Si es una fotografía que tienen ahí les aparece la fotografía. Si es un documento, les aparece el documento. Si es su pantalla, su pantalla. Entonces, ¿qué va a hacer? Le va a dar clic donde tiene el documento abierto ya. Entonces le da clic y luego le da en compartir o share. Y ya su compañero va a poder ver ese documento que usted tiene. Y comienzan a digitarlo. Cuando ya terminen, ustedes lo van a subir. ¿A dónde lo van a subir? En esa misma carpeta. Y solamente le van a agregar sus nombres. Si fue Allison y Joana, Allison Quinteros, Joana Morán. And you upload it. Yes? Entonces, ¿cuánto tiempo van a tener? Van a tener 10 minutos para completarlo. 10 minutos para completarlo. No está difícil, ya se fijaron, rápido lo leen, profesión. Lo leen, profesión. Leen, profesión. Solamente van a poner la profesión, no necesitan poner nada más, solamente la profesión. Entonces, con 10 minutos es suficiente para que lo puedan completar. So now, let's create the groups.
Perdón, teacher. ¿Dónde dijo que debía descargar el PDF?
En guía de trabajo. En la
Guía.
semana 1 le aparece guía.
Sí, guía de trabajo.
Guía de trabajo. Okay, now let's see. First person will be Azalia. So Azalia is going to work with Rebecca. Rebecca, you don't have a computer, right? Okay, so Azalia and Rebecca. Alfonso, I can see you, but do you have a computer? Are you using your computer?
No, no, ahorita tengo problemas con ello. Entonces estoy tratando de ingresar desde la computadora, pero no puedo por el momento.
Okay, so Alfonso, you're going to work with, let's see, someone who had a computer was a boy, Edgar. You're going to work with Edgar, Alfonso.
Okay.
Ana Elida, you have a computer, so you're going to work with Carla. Claudia, you don't have a computer, so you're going to work with Grecia. Allison has a computer, so Allison, you're going to work with Jorge Carranza. Jorge Carranza, you don't have a computer, right? Do you have a computer or not?
Yeah, I have the computer.
Okay, so Allison and Monica. Monica, do you have a computer? No, okay, so Allison and Monica. Jorge, you have a computer, so you're going to work with Joanna. With Joanna. Douglas, do you have a computer? Douglas,
Sí, teacher.
do you have a computer?
Yeah.
Okay, so Douglas is going to work with Kenya Arce. Do you have a computer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Douglas is going to work with Ricardo Peña. Do you have a computer? No, right?
No.
Okay, so Douglas and Ricardo. Then Harrison, do you have a computer? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
So Harrison and Xochitl. Kenya has a computer. So Kenya and Otmara, Catalina, edit your name. So Catalina in Kenya. Catalina in Kenya. So you're going to enter right now. Enter, guys.
A mí no me aparece el cuadro. No,
A mí
gracias.
tampoco.
¿A quién no le aparece?
A mí.
A mí tampoco.
Como no, Catalina, le tiene que aparecer. Bueno, aquí aparece que ya se le envió. Pero si no, la voy a mover ahorita, permítame. ¿Ahorita le salió? Sí.
Ahora sí.
Ajá, ok. Alfonso,
A mí tampoco me aparece. No.
now.
Me lo va a cerrar, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Es que es este.
En revisar.
Teacher no me deja modificarlo.
Ya está en Word.
Sí, porque lo hice en el que usted dijo, en
Ujú.
este,
Trate
porque
de,
no tengo.
trate de
Le doy
escribir,
descarga
trate de escribir la palabra a la par del cuadro, donde dice Who am I.
acá,
¿Sí? No, a la par del cuadro, no adentro del cuadro.
pero no me deja, o sea, le doy clic acá, lo voy a abrir otra vez.
Pero ajá, porque tiene vista protegida. Tiene que darle a aceptar cuando abre el documento. Tiene que darle a activar edición o algo le aparece ahí en la pantalla arriba, en un mensaje.
Creo que ya se abrió.
Pero tiene que dejar de compartir la pantalla y compartirlo otra vez porque ahorita solamente vemos el que abrió anteriormente.
Ah, espera. Se me trabó todo esto. Es que me lo abre como... Ah, bueno, en habilitar edición, ¿verdad?
Yes, that one.
Ah, ok. Ahora sí.
No, Robin.
Ahí. Hoy sí, ¿verdad?
Yes. Good.
O esa sí le dejo. O ahí pongo la respuesta.
Ahí, ese who am I siempre va a estar ahí, solo ponga la respuesta en la par.
Ahí.
Ujú.
Ah, ok. Sería chop. Me lo cambia, me saca. No se podrá poner acá.
Escríbalo a la par del cuadro, le va a permitir editarlo. Afuera del cuadro, no le sale.
No.
Entonces escríbalo a la par de la descripción.
Ahí. Se escribe encima.
Solo mueve el cuadrito donde dice who am I. Si le da clic al cuadro.
Me deja escribir, pero no me deja.
Ok, entonces si no, bórrelo y ponga el nombre ahí. Le tendría que dar espacio.
Porque si le doy enter, me pone. Ah, vaya, ahí le voy a poner. Aquí. Así, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Ok.
Sí. Mechanic.
And
Mechanic. Mechanic. Ahora el otro, el 13. I bake and sell bread and some pastry. I'm working baker. Shall be a baker.
Baker.
Este, baker.
Yes.
Porque como lo he puesto en el escritorio. Ah, bueno.
Ajá. Pero voy a leer. Ya terminamos. Ya subirlo voy.
In English?
¿Ah?
And in English? Tell me in English.
Within.
Se llamaba yo. Búsquelo como yo.
Ajá.
Y
Era,
enumerar.
pero no, que aquí era.
Elida,
¿Hola?
right click and then you choose like the last one to be modified. You have it.
Ya.
Okay.
Ahorita. Vaya esto.
You are the first one. Good.
Muy eficiente.
You are efficient. Efficient. Good. Okay,
Sí.
so wait for the rest.
Taxi driver.
Yeah. Before
Yeah.
this, ¿cuál era?
Pero
Elida, while the other people finish, practice with Carla, speaking in English about anything. Hi, Carla, how are you? Good. Okay, Carla, do you have any brothers? Whatever you want to ask, yes? But practice with her. Practice.
Carla, do you eat breakfast? And you?
I work in a bank.
Where do you live?
I live in Merliot. Mhm.
I live in Ciudad Arte.
For Santa Ana.
Yeah. We are done, teacher.
Okay, good. We only have 1 minute. Remember that you need to upload it. Upload it in Schoology with your names. Add your names and upload it in Schoology.
Okay.
I didn't understand.
Tenemos que ponerle los nombres y alojarla en Schoology. Ay, bueno.
Okay, guys, so I guess most of you finished, and it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy. Now, when you have these professions that you saw over there, people describe them like I sell products in a store, I drive a bus, I help people. So you have different descriptions. Those descriptions that you have over there are necessary, but only when you want to emphasize what you really do or what you do exactly at work. But otherwise, the most common question when you want to know someone's profession is, what do you do? What do you do? This is the common question that you will have when you want to know someone's profession. What do you do? What do you do is the reduction of what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living, or what do you do? What do you do is the reduction for not saying what do you do for a living. So when someone asks you, what do you do? You don't have to translate it like, ¿qué haces? O ¿qué estás haciendo? No, because ¿qué estás haciendo is what are you doing? Yes. So this is what do you do? ¿Qué haces? Pero ¿a qué te dedicas? What do you do? So let's start with some people here in the class. Grecia, what do you do?
I business administration.
Okay.
Me recuerdo, sí.
I'm business administrator. Good.
Sí.
Harrison, what do you do?
I'm customer service boss, teacher.
I'm a customer service boss. Okay. Ricardo Peña, what do you do?
I'm a developer.
Perfect. So you say, I am a, and then you say your profession or the contraction I'm a. I'm a developer, I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a mechanic. So I'm and then the profession. Yes. Now, if you want to know about another person's profession, you're not going to say, what do you do? If I want to know about Azalia and I ask Elida, Elida, I want to know about Azalia. So I cannot say, what do you do? No, because if I ask Elida, what do you do? Elida is going to give me her profession. But I want to know about Azalia. So if I want to know about Azalia, I'm going to ask her, what does Azalia do? For example, Elida, what does Azalia do? What does she do, Elida?
She is call center agent.
Really? How do you know?
Because she told me
Okay, good.
on
So,
Friday, I guess.
good. So, Elida can say, she is and then the profession. Yes? What does Celia do? She is in the profession. Yes. What does Douglas do? And you give me the information about Douglas. Yes. So this is the basic question that you have when you say ¿a qué te dedicas? What do you do? ¿A qué se dedica él? What does he do? ¿Qué se dedica ella? What does she do? If it is ¿a qué se dedican ellos? What do they do? What do they do? What do they do? Yes. If it is your parents, what do your parents do? Your friends, what do your friends do? Your classmates, what do your classmates do? Yes, when you talk about professions. Now, you're going to work with the same person you were working in the exercise, but now you're going to create a conversation. In this conversation, you're going to talk about jobs, but inside the conversation, you have to use how many and how much. So, what kind of questions can you ask if you're talking about jobs? How many hours do you work? How much uh, do they pay you? How much money or only how much do they pay? Or how much do you receive in bonus if you receive a bonus? Or how many people uh, do you work with? Or how much time do you spend for lunch? Okay, Catalina. How much time do you spend for lunch? 1 hour, 30 minutes, and like that. So you will create that conversation where you're going to talk about your jobs, but inside that conversation, you're going to have some questions with how many, how much. It's not that all the conversation is going to be with how many and how much. No, you can ask two questions with how many, how much, and the rest of the conversation, another kind of questions. Like, um, let's say that I'm working with Harrison. So I don't know Harrison, so this is my first time seeing him. So I can say, hi, good morning.
Hi, teacher.
You don't know me. We don't know each other.
Ah, okay.
So say hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Harrison Munguia. And you? What's
Oh,
your name?
my name's Juan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What do you do, Harrison?
I'm customer service boss,
Really?
Juan. And you? Yes,
Where do you work?
I work in Office de Cameron, Paseo General Escalón.
Good.
What about you?
I'm a teacher and
Okay.
I teach English and French. Now, how many languages do you speak, Harrison?
Spanish, and I try to learn English.
Good. How much do you pay for your English classes?
It's free. It's a it's a okay? It's a big opportunity.
Nice. And how many classmates do you have?
I have around 15 classmates.
Okay, good. Now, how much time do you spend in classes?
I spend 2 hours every day.
Good. Do you use English in your position?
Sometimes, yes, depends. Uh, some client,
Okay. How many people do you supervise?
6 people.
Okay,
I supervise 6 people.
good. Do you have lunch at work?
Yes, I have lunch around um, mm, uh, from 12 to 1 p.m.
From 12 to 1 p.m.
Yes,
From 12 to 1 p.m. Okay, so it's
yes.
an hour. Now, do you buy the food at work or you bring your own food?
Depend because I work at home in this moment, but when I go to the work, I buy.
How much is the food at work?
What? How
How,
much?
how much is the food at work?
Um, Around $2 or $2. Yes.
$2 or $3. Okay, that's good. Now, right now I'm just asking Harrison, but also in the conversation he can ask me and I ask him and like that. Yes, this is just for you to have an idea on how to ask about their jobs. Yes, so you're going to work with your classmate again. You create the conversation. You will have 10 minutes to create the conversation, and after those 10 minutes we are going to come back and we are going to present it to the class. Yes? And remember the parts of a conversation. Say hello, then you have the body of the conversation. That means um, the main idea of the conversation. And at the end, you say goodbye. It is always like that. Yes? So enter again and now work with your classmate on this conversation. Enter.
Nice to meet you, Rebecca.
Nice to meet you, Salia. Um, what do you do?
I work in a teleperformance. And you? What do what do you do?
I work at Volaris.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. What is your position in Volaris?
My position is customer agent and send tickets and resolve different problems, the clients, and I am old.
Me too. I am agent for customer service, and I work with Latinos, people, and I resolve the issues with their phones or device, because the name of the company is T-Mobile with a Spring. Also, I review the bills, charges, and this is my job, my work, my job. And what is
How
your
many?
okay?
How many answer? No. How many? ¿Cómo puedo decirte cuántas llamadas contestas? How many
calls do you
calls you
take?
answer?
Do you answer or do you take?
I answered around 30, 35 calls in my shift.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just try to remember that you will present this presentation to your classmates. Yes? In 6 minutes, we will go back to main session and you have to act it. You have to present it to the class. But it's good so far. So far, so good. Yes?
We need to write this
Not
conversation, or
Not really. If you think that you can do it like you are doing it right now, yes. But the problem is that in front of your classmate, you're not going to say, "How do you say? How do you say?" No, maybe to take some notes, or at least to have an idea. Okay, at the beginning, this, then you ask me this, we continue with this, and we finish like this. Just to have an idea how you're going to start, how you're going to follow, and how you're going to end the conversation. Yes.
okay, yes.
Entonces
Oh,
la pregunta es, how many?
Someone.
This country are 22 clients. Out of this
Do you
country,
have
we have,
another country?
say, Republican Dominicana, Panama, Mexico, Colombia, and I think this country. This is only 19 years, owned by home every year. I take a travel
Other
to,
countries.
to visit all the clients, all the clients out of the country every year.
Quiero ver. Bueno, but I receive uno es que nosotros por GPH, pero no sé, gestión realizada por hora.
Por métrica.
Ajá.
Hija, que te gusta ir al cine y otros lugares, pero por la pandemia. Es imposible ahorita. Entonces,
219 because no, but I finished work my last year and call me again September the last year, maybe 1 year.
So you have 6 months actually.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. And what else? How many?
Preguntas.
Sí, veo.
¿Podemos volver a comenzar o seguimos? Um,
We have a three. No, we have a five.
You do, yes, what do you do? Is like business administrator.
It's administrative, but it's my profession. But in the work, I I come.
I can.
Okay. Teacher.
Hello, teacher.
You finish?
Ya estamos terminando, teacher.
Yes, we have only 1 minute.
Yes. What else?
Okay, practice it because you will pass. Well, you will pass in front of your class. You have to present it to your classmates.
Okay.
Okay.
At the office?
No, I work since March 2020 in my house. I am work in home office. And you, do you go to the office to work?
Yes, I work at the office. Monday at to Friday. To Friday.
Okay, good. Sometimes it's good they go to the office, but in the moment for me, no, I prefer work in my house because the pandemic it's bad, it's horrific. I don't know si horrific en inglés es algo feo o es algo como amazing. Teacher, how do you say?
Horrible.
What?
Horrible.
Horrible es como feo.
It's horrible. Or it's horrible, terrible, or horrible. Terrific is
horrible.
Terrific.
Teacher, siento que está muy difícil todo ahorita.
No. It's easy.
Creo que es porque me ha tocado estar muy pendiente del trabajo estos días y me ha tocado, creo que por eso no. Ayer estuve viendo las clases, pero
Don't worry. It's easy. Little.
With Gracia, she works in UCA, and she has one children.
One child. One child. Okay. So now it's time for you to present it to the class. Yes. So we are going to start with Grecia. Who was your partner?
My partner is Claudia.
Okay, so Grecia and Claudia. Let's listen to them. 1, 2, go.
Okay. Hello, my name is Grecia. What is your name?
Hello, Gracia. My name is Claudia.
Where do you work?
I work in EPA. What do you do?
I am a bank coordinator. How much do they pay?
Minimum wage,
How many hours do you stay work?
7 hours. How many children do you have?
I have one child in my house. She is my daughter.
Mhm. How old is she?
She is 11 years old. Do you have children?
Yes, one girl.
What is her name?
Her name is Naomi.
A beautiful name. Nice to meet you, Claudia.
Nice to meet you, Grecia.
Finish, teacher.
Good, thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good job. Good. Now, only in pronunciation. It's not my name is, her name is. You need to pronounce the M. Yes? So, my name is, her name is, and like that. And the other one is, how old is she? How old is she? Yes? How old is she? Now, something important and interesting that you were saying is how many children, but you don't say how many children. It has to be how many children. Tiene que ser how many children. ¿Por qué no children's? Porque ya children es plural. Singular la palabra es child. Child, singular. Plural, children. Entonces ahí ya no se pone la S porque ya children ya es plural. Entonces, how many children do you have? Yes, and like that. But then the rest of the information was perfect, perfect, perfect. So next one, Edgar has to leave. So Edgar is going to be next one and his partner. Who's your partner?
Alfonso.
So Alfonso and Edgar, let's listen to them.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Wow. Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
My name is Alfonso. What is your name?
Nice to meet you, Alfonso. My name is Edgar.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks. And what do you do for a living?
I I am a customers agent service at Google. What are you do for a living?
I'm like an engineer, but I don't understand all the things. I work in an industrial company, and my job is attending clients around the country. I have 21 or 22 clients.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's so hard to make every day. But I have to tell them I have to write a email and I send every day, every day, every day. All the things is the same. And where do you live, Alfonso?
I live in San Salvador.
Oh, yeah. Your work is very near or far?
I'm far to the work.
Oh, right. And do you live with your parents?
I live with my parents. Yes.
Oh, your father and mother?
Yes, my father and mother.
You don't have a son?
No, I don't have a son. What about you?
Yeah. I'm living with with my wife, and I have a child. She have he is 11 years old.
Yes. And how much they pay in the work?
My work. They only pay $400, but all the things, all the other things, you can make commissions. You can go round, and it's a lot.
And how many clients do you have?
In this country, I have 21 clients. In other countries, we have around 10 or 12.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Alfonso. See you.
See you.
Good, thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good. Just some things. In the case of the introduction, when you say my name is, you say immediately your name. My name is Alfonso. My name is Alfonso. It's not like my name is Alfonso, like if you forgot your name. So it has to be all the way.
Es
No, my
que
name is
es
Alfonso.
como el nerviosismo, ¿verdad?
Okay, good. Now the other one is, it's not customer agent service. It has to be customer service agent. Yes, customer service agent, like that. Customer service agent. And when you say the age, Edgar, is not she has or she have, it is she is. For the age, I am 20 years old, she is 20 years old, he is 20 years old, and like that. Yes? So you use the verb be. Just that. Then the rest is good. Thank you. Next one. Azalia, who's your partner?
Rebecca.
Okay, let's listen to Rebecca and Azalia.
Hi. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Rebecca. What's your name?
My name is Azalia. Nice to meet you, Rebecca.
Nice to meet you too. And what do you do?
I work at Teleperformance like a customer service agent. And you?
Me too. I'm customer service agent. I work at Volaris.
Really? What do you do in your job? Or what is your positions?
And my position is customer service agent. And my different things are they calls, send emails, and resolve different problems, the old clients. And you?
I'm the same teams because I work with Latin people, and I have to review the bill charges, and I help with the issues with their phones. And this is my job.
How many calls do you take every day?
Around 35 calls. And you?
I take around 50 and 80 calls because it's back to back.
It's a lot of calls in the day. It's so
Yes.
It's so hard, imagine.
Yes. It's
Okay.
I am hard work.
Okay, Rebecca, nice. It was a pleasure to know.
Me too. Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Good, good, good. Thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good. Just little things. Azalia, the pronunciation is agent, 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 agent. Then nice to know you. It was a pleasure to know you. It's more like it was a pleasure to meet you. Yes, because it is the first time. Meet es conocer por primera vez. Know is like when you say, yo conozco a mi hermano, sé que él es enojado. Entonces, en ese caso es know. I know my brother, porque llevo mucho tiempo conociéndolo. ¿Sí? Pero meet es la primera vez. So this is the first time, meet. Now, something important that you mentioned, the difference between job and work. Job is empleo, empleo su profesión. And work can have 3 meanings. The first one is lugar de trabajo. I eat my breakfast at work, the place. Work can also be actividades, trabajo, pero de actividades que tiene que hacer. I have a lot of work. Yes. And the verb, work, the action, work. I work every day. Yes. So what do you do at work? What do you do at work? Oh, I answer calls. I do this, this, and this. No, what do you do in your job? What do you do at work? Yes, and like that. And just that, then the rest was really, really good, and the interaction that you were having was good. Even you were using some expressions like really, and when you say this, that means that you are paying attention to what the other person is saying. You are surprised and like that, so that is good. Thank you. Now, Joanna, who was your partner?
Jorge.
So Jorge and Joanna, let's listen to them.
Okay. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Jorge. And you, what is your name?
My name is Joanna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Johnny.
Jorge, are you studying?
Yeah, I'm studying at the university and work too.
Okay. Where are you studying?
I'm studying system in the University of El Salvador.
Okay.
And you, where you work?
I work at Atento.
Atento.
And you?
I work in AEPA.
Okay. What do you do?
That I received the old products to the hardware, right? That is my first. That is my job in the hardware. And you, what do you do in your work?
Okay. I am customer server angel.
Okay.
Okay, Jorge.
And
How many hours do you work?
I work 8 hours every day between on Monday to Friday. And the Saturday I work 4 hours too, and I have a Sunday free.
Okay, really.
Just that.
Okay. How many days do you work? No sé qué sí. ¿Qué pasó?
Jorge.
Teacher, I have the problem with my internet. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Continue.
Okay, voy a repeat the round.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, how many days do you work?
6 days. I work 6 days in the week.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay. Do you work from home or on the place?
No, I go to the place every day.
Okay.
Yeah, just that's it.
You need to close a conversation. You need to say goodbye.
Um, okay, Jorge. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Joanna. See you then.
Good, thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good. Just the structure in some questions. Where are you study? It has to be where do you study? Where do you study? I received the product. I didn't hear this word, Jorge. I just want to make sure that I tell you the right word. I received the product in the.
Mhm.
What do you say, Jorge? I received the product in the. Jorge, your microphone. Your microphone, Jorge.
Es como I receive the product, y es como yo recibo la mercancía o el
Yes.
producto que entra a la.
In,
Ajá.
in.
Pero no lo
¿A
entendí,
dónde
teacher.
dice? Es que no
Tengo
escuché la
problemas.
palabra.
I
I, I received the product in the.
in the store or
Oh, in the store.
yeah.
Okay. Yes, because I didn't hear that word, but I guess you wanted to say where.
Uh-huh. Yeah, in the stores.
Okay, good. Or in the warehouse. Warehouse. Warehouse is like bodega.
Okay.
Warehouse.
Warehouse.
Good. Thank you. And the conversation was good. Only try to remember that you don't finish the conversation in the middle. You have to say goodbye. Only that. First you say hello, you continue with the conversation, and at the end you say goodbye. Yes?
I have a question.
Good. Thank you. Yes?
Is the same
Who
word?
is it, Rebecca?
Yes.
Mhm.
In the same word, warehouse, the next to the my house. Uh, for store is the same word, warehouse. Se dice igual, bodega de trabajo y bodega de la casa.
Yeah.
Es la misma palabra.
A warehouse is big. It's for a store. In your house, maybe you have a storeroom. Store room is like un cuarto de almacenaje.
Aquí estaba viendo una caricatura donde estaba diciendo que el papá
Mhm.
estaba trabajando en la bodega y dijo, creo que warehouse. Entonces,
Maybe it's big.
ah,
Ujú. Si es grande, sí, ¿verdad? Pero si es, por ejemplo, un cuartito que usted tiene en su cuarto o en su casa que es súper pequeño, ahí sí ya no, ¿verdad? Pero si es amplio, sí puede ser un warehouse. Para darle un ejemplo, si en ese cuarto le caben un par de televisores, se considera un warehouse, porque puede almacenar unos 20 productos ahí. Pero sin ese espacio solo le cabe el trapeador, una mesita que ha metido allí y un par de zapatos, entonces ahí sí ya no es un warehouse, porque es muy, muy pequeñito. Entonces un warehouse es un poco más amplio, puede tener varios productos ahí. Por ejemplo, no necesariamente necesita ser exageradamente grande. En una tienda de Metrocentro tienen su bodega y no vaya a creer que son bodegas grandes. Es un cuarto pequeño, pero les caben varios productos. Por ejemplo, en zapaterías. ¿Cuántos pares de zapatos les caben ahí? Les caben varios, ¿verdad? No es solamente un pequeño espacio donde van a poner los trapeadores o las cositas que ya no ocupen, sino que es un poco más amplio, ¿sí? Que le quepan varios productos. Ahí sí ya podría decir warehouse. Yes. Okay, next one. Ricardo, who's your partner?
My partner is Douglas.
Okay, let's listen to Douglas and Ricardo.
Hello. Hi, good morning. What's your name?
Hello, good morning. My name is Ricardo. And you? What is your name?
My name is Douglas, Ricardo.
Nice to meet you, Douglas.
Nice to meet you too. What is your profession, Ricardo?
My profession is system engineer. And you? What is your profession?
My profession is business administrator.
Oh, where do you work?
I'm work at One Link. And you, Ricardo?
I work in inversiones digitales.
Okay. How many hours do you work, Ricardo?
I work 8 hours on weekdays.
Where do you live?
I live in Apopa. And you? Where do you live?
I live in San Salvador. Ricardo, do you study English?
Yes, I study English at at morning in the morning. Sorry.
Okay. Where do you study?
I study online in Speak Academy. and and you, how many hours? How many hours study English?
2 hours per day, Ricardo. Very, very,
Okay,
very early. At
so
6
early.
p.m.
Me too. And how much money do you spend for lunch?
Usually $3 per day. And you?
And I don't spend money because I work from home.
Okay. Good, Ricardo. I have to go. See you later.
Okay, see you later. Nice to meet you.
Good job.
You
Let's
too.
give it up for them. Good, good. Just two things. Douglas, you said I'm work. I'm work. Only I, and then work. I work. I work. And the pronunciation is hours. 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 Yes, para horas. Hours. Good. Next one, Catalina. Who's your partner?
Kenya.
Me.
Okay, so let's listen to them. Kenya and Catalina. You can start.
Okay, good morning, Catalina. How are you?
Good morning, Kenya. I'm pretty good. And you?
I'm fine. I prepare for the working. What do you do for a living?
I am an industrial engineer. And you?
I business, but I work in the supply chain. The truth, I like my job because it's interesting, dynamic. Um, I learn more things. Um, and you go to the office to work.
Yes, from Monday to Friday. I like my job because it's related to my profession. My position in the company is health, safety, and environment analyst. It is very interesting science. I receive inspection from the labor ministry, and very interesting. Very interesting. Do you work in the office? Kenya, do you work in the office?
In the moment, no. I work since my house. I stay in home office since March 2020. The truth for me is better because for pandemic, I don't like the work in the office.
It's horrible for pandemic.
Yes. For me, it's better work in my house. Are you married, Catalina?
No, I don't marry.
What are my types for you?
Okay, Kenya.
Nice to meet you, Catalina.
Nice to meet you too.
Good, thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good job. Just pronunciation dynamic. Dynamic. And you go to the office, it is do you go? Do you go to the office to work? The pronunciation, Catalina, was receive. The first time you pronounce it correctly, receive. I don't like work. I don't like to work. And like that. So we have Claudia is missing. I guess Elida is missing too. Carla, Sochin is missing. But we will do it tomorrow. Yes? Tomorrow you have the presentations. So get ready for the presentations. In the WhatsApp group, I gave you the examples. In the PowerPoint presentation, the only thing that you need to do is to put pictures. En la presentación que tienen para mañana, en el grupo de WhatsApp les di las indicaciones, les di los ejemplos. Solamente necesitan las imágenes. No tienen que poner texto, no tienen que leer. Esas imágenes son las que les van a ayudar a recordar su rutina, tanto en el trabajo como en casa, al igual que la rutina de su mejor amigo, su mejor amiga o quien usted quiera, otra persona X, describiendo su rutina en su trabajo y en su casa también, ¿verdad? Entonces esas imágenes le van a ayudar. Y si pueden subir la presentación a Schoology sería lo ideal. Si ustedes tienen la computadora, lo ideal es que lo proyecten ustedes también el día de mañana para que ustedes le den clic cuando ustedes necesiten pasar al siguiente. Así no me dicen a mí, porque si yo lo proyecto, me tienen que decir next para que yo le dé clic. Y si lo hacen ustedes saben en qué momento lo van a hacer, ¿sí? Pero si no tienen computadora, igual, lo suben en Schoology y yo se los proyecto, no hay ningún problema. So, first person, Catalina.
Present, teacher.
Dania.
Present.
Sochin.
Present.
Jorge.
Present.
Grecia.
Present, teacher.
Present.
Elida.
Presente.
Rigoberto is not here. Alfonso.
Present.
Claudia.
Present.
Douglas.
Present.
Joanna. Well, Joanna is there. Harrison.
Present, teacher.
Edgar.
Present.
Oscar went to the doctor. Ricardo.
Present.
Salia.
Present.
Allison. And Monica. So
I'm here.
we are going to continue tomorrow and have a good day. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.